Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us today or tonight is a stick that I found on the beach or along the lake shore. That was actually covered in seaweed, and I pulled it off already. It's kind of a habit of mine. I should have left it on because as I was pulling off the last bits, I realized that this actually, to me, it represents ancient wisdom, because the stick is kind of like a shaman stick or a like a druid stick, something that any of the ancient wizards might have had, like Merlin, or even like from some of the movies, like one of the wizards. So like here. Right? So they would have like marched on with that stick and wielded it. And the seaweed, in a sense, shows the age, like how old it is, right? Like here. So similar to cobwebs and, spider webs and all that, the seaweed really represents that it's old. So anyway, sorry, to make a long story short, I want to use the seaweed and this druidic stick to help us connect to the ancient wisdom of our ancestors. I myself have Celtic heritage from southern Germany. So like anyone who is from northern and central Europe would also have some Celtic ancestry. And some might have Viking ancestry, and like further south, I think, I don't remember the names of those ancient tribes, but like before they became high civilizations and people still lived the tribal kind of lifestyle, that's where the old ancient wisdom was, right? So let's get started. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, and great spirit of the fire, please, by putting this druidic stick with a seaweed that represents the ancient knowledge and wisdom into the fire, help us connect with our ancestors, with our ancestry, and the ancient wisdom and knowledge that our ancestors had, as well as help us also connect to the universal wisdom and knowledge of the universe. That's, the kind of knowledge that we get once we reach that oneness. Please help us reach it, or at least get parts of it, get glimpses of it. Help us connect to it more and more with every day that goes by. And help us through that, help us in our ascension process, especially in the current times of spiritual warfare, where there's a lot of heavy duty manipulation, mind manipulation, mood manipulation, and stuff going on, done by the dark. And sometimes messages are very opposing, because we get messages from the divine, and then we get the dark projecting stuff onto us to make us believe that they're messages from the divine. And sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. So please help us connect more and more to that wisdom, the divine wisdom, so that it becomes super clear and we have that discernment to know what was projected onto us by the dark and what is actually truly of the light. Okay, so let's put that in the fire, right in the middle of it. Right, the seaweed shall be right in the middle, and then once it finishes burning in the middle, I'll put the sticks in closer. Please, through the great spirit of the fire, And by burning this stick, let us be infused with the connection to our ancestors that was always there, but it was buried, blocked, forgotten, hindered. There are a lot of things going on in society, like, you know, that constant visual and auditory bombardment that we're so used to, or many people are. That, for example, is blocking our spiritual connection. Then there are certain, like, for example, when I listen to the radio, there are some songs that basically attack my third eye right away. I can feel that they're doing something bad to it, right? So there are certain frequencies of songs and emissions and so on that are also blocking us, or even worse, like they might be invasive energies, subduing us. Yeah, you get the picture. All right, so please help us, open us up to that spiritual connection to our ancestors and our ancestral spirit guides, and the higher knowledge and wisdom of the universe. Help us get stronger and clearer messages, and to discern what is truly of the light and what isn't. And so it is. Thank you, miigwech, dankeschön, all my relations. And let all of us be so insanely, strongly flooded with love and light from source energy, with many blessings and protections, and with an abundance in all areas of our lives. And so it is. All my relations. Oh, let me move that a little further over so that the seaweed starts burning before I finish this video. Yeah, it's getting there. See how there are still parts that I haven't burnt yet, but they're starting to. Okay. Well, the seaweed is almost burnt, almost fully burnt yet at this point. So I'm sending you also so much love and light. Be safe and protected and shielded. And I wish lots of abundance for you, for all of you. And be well until next time. Bye.